Hello friends, this is Metapod again, and today we're going to be playing a game called Innocent Life, a futuristic Harvest Moon special edition on the PlayStation 2, as you can see. Um, in 2006, Marvelous decided to create two spin-off titles to their popular Harvest Moon franchise, and this was the first of the two, called Innocent Life on PSP, and then 4 months later they created Rune Factory on the DS, which took off a lot better than Innocent Life did. Um, Innocent Life was meant to be a futuristic Harvest Moon game where you play as a robot, and Rune Factory was a fantasy game where you lived in a fantasy world and could fight monsters and cast magic and things like that. This game did not go over so well, but I think it's still a good game. And as you can tell from the introduction here, well, maybe, this game has kind of a moody atmosphere. You saw Life, the main character, walking through the different environments that represented the different seasons, and the music is really atmospheric and moody and quiet. And that's really one of the reasons I like Innocent Life a lot, is because it has this really deep mood to it, and the entire game is very melancholy, I guess you could say. Of course, this music at the name entry screen kind of ruins it, but anyway, the overall story of this game, well, you'll see it as we play, so I guess I don't have to really explain it now. So we're going to start a new life, which is starting a new game, and the character's name is Life, so that's kind of witty, isn't it? Here you see some numbers, and this is supposed to set up that futuristic feel of the game, and they turn into this map of Heartflame Island, which is where you're going to live and explore. I also really like this introduction because, again, there's a lot of moody music, but I like how they place the quiet credits throughout the different points of the introduction. The year 2022, Dr. Hope Grain's lab. Oh, I could not read that fast enough. When I recorded this, I was just reading it to myself. But here we see Dr. Hope Grain typing on his computer, and he's registering a new resident in Volcano Town. You see he types the name Life Grain, and Life was the name we gave to the main character, and Grain is Dr. Hope's last name, so he's registering someone in his family. You see it said type, like male, female, dog, cat, and robot was one of the choices, and it looks like he's going to register a robot, but it's supposed to look like he deleted that and registered the resident as a male human instead. And when I first watched that, I didn't really understand what was going on because it was just words everywhere and they were disappearing and coming back, but maybe I'm just stupid. And notice again the really somber music for Dr. Hope's house, which I like that. Here we cut to the mayor's house. The mayor's son Charles just walks in to the mayor's office, and Charles tells his father, the mayor, that Dr. Hope has registered Life as a new citizen. And you get the feeling that the mayor and Charles, and later on a lot of the other residents of Volcano Town, don't really approve of Life or don't really trust him. The mayor and them definitely do not approve of him or trust him, but a lot of the others seem to be more wrapped up in their own business or something. Here, I didn't understand that you were supposed to push a button to make Life wake up, as it doesn't prompt you or anything, so I kind of sat for a while, and then he gets up. I guess it kind of simulates that incoherency of first waking up. And so here Life meets his father for the first time. And you also notice Life doesn't talk. He's one of many silent protagonists in games. Outside of saying yes and no and things, Life doesn't ever have his own speaking lines. just those options that you get to choose. So, Dr. Hope says, in order to become truly human, you have to learn to farm. Because it teaches you the value of life and lets you see life firsthand. So I guess that would be a good way for a robot to learn about what life means. Well, I mean, you could probably program with the information of things on life, but this game takes that kind of mystical feeling of life and puts it in life's hand. He tells you can examine things with the triangle button, so I run around and try to examine things for a while. But then I remembered you can't really examine very many things in this game. So here's Dr. Hope and his friend Gaiak, who knows about life. Most people in Volcano Town don't know that life is an android, and they just think he's a relative of Dr. Hope. But Gaiak happens to know. He's a really close friend of Dr. Hope. So, Dr. Hope has asked Gaiak to teach life how to farm. And that's what this part of the game is about. One of the things that I was considering that made me really hesitant to do an Innocent Life Let's Play is this game moves very slowly, especially in the beginning. You'll see there's a lot of talking. It takes a while to get into a lot of real gameplay. Even once you start playing the game doesn't let you move on until you accomplish a few tasks. But it does pick up once you start exploring caves and have to spend a lot of your day exploring the island and things like that. At this point, we're not exploring any caves or anything, though. So it's going to be really, really slow. Like the first 5 or 6 episodes, not too much is going to happen. You're going to see a lot of this, a lot of very basic farming, stuff like that. I'm going to cut out parts that are repetitive or tedious later on, but for right now, I'm at least going to show you what happens. I'll keep in, story events and dialogue and things like that. Here, Gaiak thinks he heard something, and Life definitely hears something when he sees these sprites. I don't know exactly what they're called in this game, but they are a lot like the Harvest sprites from most Harvest Moon games. And Life is able to hear them and see them, which is a bit strange considering he's a robot, and there's probably some kind of mythology about how, like a pure heart or something can see these sprites. But Life can see them. Maybe Dr. Light gave him a heart. Gaiak is now going to teach you how to farm, but it's winter, so he's going to bust out his virtual farm, and this is going to prove to be one of the most amazing and exciting tutorials in any game ever. Virtual farming. In fear of going over the 10-minute, 59-second time limit on YouTube, though, I've saved this for the next video. So, right now we're just going to learn how to equip a hoe. Sorry that this is starting out so slow, but it will pick up. If you have an interest in this game and its story, I suggest you watch. It's an interesting story. It's very dark, kind of got that sad, lonely feeling to it. I really like the atmosphere, so stay tuned.